Hey, rockers! Welcome back. I'm Mac. This is episode number 2, podcast Rock and Roll Mac. Now, on this podcast, I give you song choices. So please go and find these on YouTube. They are here. And these choices are mostly rock. Some are older, some are newer. Overlooked tunes, forgotten songs, just songs I love, and a lot more. You're going to need and want one place to go to get the best of the best rock and roll choices. This is a channel, this is a podcast unlike any others. Here we go. Pat Travers from Canada. His trio redid a golden oldie, Green-Eyed Lady. Pat Travers, Green-Eyed Lady. Now, the band Sugarloaf made this song around 1970. The video is 6:53 long. Go and listen to it. Then, Pat Travers will be one of your faves. Pat is on guitar, all the guitars except for bass, and he's on vocals, and boy can he sing. Notice on Pat's version, the best guitar tone that you have heard in years. 1986, Ozzy, Shot in the Dark. Ozzy, Shot in the Dark. Ozzy's bass player Phil had a hand in writing this gem. It was on the album The Ultimate Sin. Producer was the great Ron Nevison. It was Ozzy Osbourne's first single to chart in the Billboard Hot 100. It was album number 4 in Ozzy's solo career after his time singing in Black Sabbath. Maybe you've heard of them. Ozzy, Shot in the Dark. Next, you gotta play If 6 Was 9, Jimi Hendrix. If 6 Was 9, Jimi Hendrix. There are so many great tunes from the late Jimi. But don't miss this one. It was on the 1967 album, Axis, Bold as Love. Oh man, do I love that album. This song, the album cover, I love everything about it. It was a major song, maybe the most important song, in the landmark movie Easy Rider with Peter Fonda and Hopper and Jack Nicholson in 1969. If 6 Was 9, Jimi Hendrix. Something more recent from 2019, Red Dragon Cartel. Bitter. That's Red Dragon Cartel. Bitter. Now this song must be played at full volume. Yes, full volume. Earlier, I talked about Ozzy. Well, Jake E. Lee was Ozzy's guitarist back then in the 80s. The Red Dragon Cartel is Jake's band these days. It's 5 minutes and 4 seconds long. Listen to some out-of-this-world riffs from Jake. Okay, it's on to the Hawkins Brothers. The Darkness. Rock and roll deserves to die. The Darkness. Rock and roll deserves to die. It's 5 minutes, 27 seconds. Justin Hawkins is the singer, and he plays guitar. His brother Dan Hawkins plays guitar. The drummer is the son of Roger Taylor, the drummer in Queen. This song hits hard. Plus, Justin and his creative vision make it a very funny video. You gotta see it. These guys are so talented. The video will become a favorite of yours. And Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Justin Hawkins Rides Again is his own YouTube channel where he talks about everything in music. There are a lot of Super Darkness songs, but this one, wow. The darkness. Rock and roll deserves to die. And of course, it doesn't deserve to die, but you'll watch the video, you'll hear the song, you will catch his meaning. Here, a Pink Floyd song, performed by Floyd main man Roger Waters, live in Berlin, 1990. Comfortably Numb. Roger Waters, live in Berlin, 1990, Comfortably Numb. Guitarist David Gilmour laid it down on the original on the Pink Floyd album, The Wall. In this video, other guitarists play solos that you won't want to end. They just trade off and trade off. It's incredible. Roger Waters, live in Berlin, 1990, Comfortably Numb. Here's one that'll be very short. I'll give you my choice. Rat, Way Cool Jr., 439. Rat, Way Cool Jr. Warren DeMartini on guitar. Enough said. Go listen to this one from Rat. Now here are some other channels you have got to go check out. The best music channels on YouTube, like Rick Beato. Rick knows more than anybody about music and playing guitar and playing other instruments and more and producing. You gotta check out Rick. Here's a channel, Todd in the Shadows. Todd in the Shadows. He will analyze songs and albums and give you so much information. And it's very unique. You'll see. The Needle Drop. That's the channel, The Needle Drop. Anthony here reviews music, gives lists of the worst and best, and he's very funny. Carl Baldessar. Carl Baldessar is a phenomenal guitarist who does things like the best riffs from Sabbath, the best riffs from Led Zeppelin. You will dig it. Professor of Rock. The Professor of Rock. He does deep dives on songs and singers and groups and eras and more. Boy, does he know his music. Thanks for coming along on episode number 2. Podcast Rock and Roll Mac.